Okay, Chris, I have your Mystery 6105 here. First, let's talk about the numbers, which are not great. I'm not even actually sure what they are, to be honest. It's just junk. I mean, the watch is barely running. The balance is moving back and forth, but it's not traveling very far. I haven't looked at it closely, but it sure looks like the watch is running really weakly, and or the hairsprings coils are stuck together. The numbers are not usable, and I could tell that the numbers aren't going to tell us anything we don't know already. Okay, it's a very interesting watch for a few reasons. One, okay, it's a 6105, we know that, but it's an incredibly late one. Incredibly late. This 6105 caseback was made in October 1979, which, as far as I understand, is after these ceased production. Now, it's got a couple other things that are funky too. It's got an incorrect handset for 6139 chronograph, and the dial is proof marked. There's some other funky stuff too about this watch. It's a 6105B movement. It is really dirty. But there are a couple things that are just weird. When I see stuff like this, I'm like, what? This screw? This is the screw for this ratchet spring here. That's the wrong screw. It's not supposed to be there. The screw that's supposed to be there is a different model. I'm not even sure what this is from. That's not a typical 6105 screw. It's not one of the screws that would be here, not with these sharp sides. It looks like something out of a Swiss watch. Also, somebody who's in here was like digging all these crazy scratches on this bridge right through the plating and into the brass. I don't know why. Lots of poking here around this to release the stem. The movement is hazy. It is dirty. Super dirty. There's been water inside. The case is just filthy. Look at all this stuff that's here. I mean, we can definitely clean it up, but it's a mystery. This watch is from October 1979. Now, the only other watch I ever saw that was from this late a time period also had this incorrect handset mix. I don't know. This thing's a mystery. Clearly, it's had some bad relooming work done right here. But the other one I saw years and years and years ago was from one of the old collectors in the Seiko Collector Watch Forum. And it was also from 1979, and it also had this handset. I don't remember what his dial looked like. The theory that we came up with at that point for his watch is that it was built after the end of the production run using service parts out of like a parts warehouse. Because in those days, you could still buy casebacks and cases and things like that. And that the theory was that the thing was built out of parts using service materials that were produced after the end run. I mean, October 1979, that is years after these supposedly finished production. And he's had this same mix match. We can definitely relume this dial. It is interesting though. This is, I believe, this is a 6105 8009 dial. Because it doesn't have the frosted surfaces on the markers. They're the high polished chrome, which is a marker for that model, not this one. Very interesting. Very interesting. And it's not, I mean, if this was a horseshoe case back, I'd say, well, God, this could be 1969, which would make this a, but it's not. This is a straight caseback, and these didn't start used until the mid-70s. It needs everything. It needs relume. It needs correct hour and minute hands, unless you want to leave this handset. That needs to be cleaned up, and it's going to need some major work on the movement. The movement is not happy. When I see incorrect screws, I say, oh, okay, somebody's been inside who doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't care enough to do the right thing. So we'll see. I will do whatever you want. It's going to need... they're fine hacks. Hacking never sort of works. Crown locks Knurling actually feels pretty sharp. That's pretty good. But it's going to need case rebuild, all that other kind of stuff. Crystal relooming. Interesting piece. I'll be very curious to see the dial date. The date which is printed on the underside of the dial. When we see that, I'll certainly know more. All right. Talk to you later.